Good day, everyone. I am doing a reading today on May 24th to May 30th via Madame Lenormand Tarot. Right, I'm using the old style Lenormand. As you can see here, this is a 38 card deck. So it's a little different than traditional Lenormand because it includes different hair and skin tone types, right? And so it's easier to identify which woman or which man might be in any given situation. And I'm going to do a 5-card situation spread for every sign. So when I go over each sign, this is for sun, moon, and rising. So we'll start with the start of the zodiac calendar with Aries. Okay. Calling on the ancestors and spirit guides of Aries, sun, moon, and rising to give guidance and direction for the future. For Aries, sun, moon, and rising, May 24th, 2020 to May 30th, 2020. May 24th, 2020 to May 30th, 2020 for Aries, sun, moon, rising. All right, 5-card spread, Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Interesting. So here with the ship card represents movement and travel. The clouds represents uncertainty, worry, circulating thoughts. The letter card represents peaceful communication, but also written communication, emails, text messages. Here we have the stars for hope, ambition, luck, dreams. And we also have the heart card for love and emotional experience. Okay, so Aries, sun, moon, and rising. It seems like over the summer months, you could be getting into some sort of long distance relationship, long distance love experience. So maybe you live in one location and you're loving on someone who lives someplace else. Or it could be an experience that you love that's really far away. And you're worrying about communication with this love interest, especially written communication. You're worrying about maybe a contract coming in. Not too sure if it is a contract based off of the 5 cards, but I do think that it's something significant and helping you move forward with this love experience, maybe obtaining more of the stars, obtaining more of what you desire in this relationship out of this experience. And you're going to be making moves starting May 24th. So I'm seeing the number 24 ends the line with the heart card. So that to me represents timing. So starting May 24th, you can get the news of this, and then it's going to definitely have an impact over the next 3 days and sets the tone for this love experience over the next 3 months. So shout out to Aries, sun, moon, and rising. That's a very interesting week. Okay, so moving on in the zodiac. Okay, so we have Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Taurus, number 2. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Ancestors and spirit guides of Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Taurus, sun, guidance and direction for the future. Guidance and direction for the future. Spirit guides of Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, giving guidance and direction for May 24th, 2020 to May 30th, 2020. Ashe. Sun, moon, rising. Okay, 5-card spread. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. This is all Venus retrograde stuff. And you know, Taurus, You're ruled by Venus, right? I wonder how are y'all doing, right? So here we have the sun. The sun represents success, time period. The sun represents happiness, right? Here we have the heart for love, emotional experience. Okay, so we have the man card for a man of light here, and this man faces the left, so he faces the past. Then we have another man here with dark hair or dark complexion, again with a light-haired man, light hair or light complexion. So there's a separate man who's a little bit darker in complexion or hair. And then we have the bear card for something major happening, major experience. Okay, so Taurus. It seems like you might have some options available to you in terms of love. This can be romantic relationships, but you can also be split between two different men. One has darker hair than the other, or lighter. One has lighter or darker hair or complexion, right? And so you can choose which one is which, but there is some emotional experience. To me, it feels like these men are at odds because when you look here, their backs are faced to each other. So you're in a situation with these two men. I'm not really seeing you in between it, but in between the men in terms of conflict and disagreement. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying options. Having these options available to you. I wonder, it seems like there's a choice to make with the bear. So the bear ends the line. There's something major happening. I just tried to pull another card and it was the moon. So that moon represents uncertainty moving forward. This doesn't feel conflictual though. It just feels like you're making a decision. I'm not really seeing conflict. I'm seeing happiness with these men or between the men, but the men are at odds. And I feel like at times you may feel pulled between these men, and the bear represents something major happening as a result. This is a major experience for you. Also, the man with the dark hair or the darker complexion can be one to confront. He seems like he would be ready to confront a situation moving forward. So maybe that's also a reason why this week between May 24th, especially by the fourth day, between May 24th and May 30th. All right, so that is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I think it's a lot of Venus retrograde stuff, but there are other retrogrades, so let's see what comes up for people. Okay, so we are on Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising between May 24th and May 30th. Calling the ancestors. May 24th to May 30th, May 24th to May 30th, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, 5 cards. All right now. Okay. All right, so here we have the fish card. So the fish represents money. The fox represents someone of a fox-like character. The letter represents some letter of significance, something written. The coffin represents endings and transitions. And the woman card represents, this could be a woman of significance because there's only one woman in this line. If you are a woman or identify as such, the woman would represent you. Same thing for the previous cards. If you are a man, the man would represent you. You just have to identify which one. But here I'm focusing on Gemini, and it's saying I'll read both because the line would shift if the woman is the identifier, meaning if the woman is you, but the line would shift if you are a man. Okay, so with the woman, the fish, the fox, and the letter. Okay. it seems like there is some sort of business deal, or some expectation about money that might have to deal with official paperwork for Geminis, and this official paperwork is significant. You're trying to be strategic like the fox, especially if you are a man here. You're trying to be strategic like the fox. If you are a woman, you are also dealing with people who are strategic like the fox, and you can sometimes mirror that, or maybe that is also what needs to be in the situation, is a fox, like very charming, very strategic, very thought focused, to really push through conclusions when it comes to this official news about money, because the line ends with the coffin and the woman card. So this would represent some kind of conclusion of a contract or business deal, some kind of money expectation that needs to be confirmed by a letter or a document. There's a lot of conclusion that comes in. If you are a woman, this would represent a major change that you need to think through. It could, I don't know, I wonder if it comes on all of a sudden and you're left thinking through how to resolve this issue. If you are a man, here, you would be wondering, okay, how do you communicate to this woman after you receive this news that you've been waiting for, this expectation around money that you've been waiting for with the woman, or somehow you have to address a woman after, or speak to this woman of significance after you receive news about this money, and it's a very significant conversation. Okay. So that is Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so now Cancer, the number 4. Moving on to Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Calling on the ancestors and spirit guides after the Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Give guidance to their from May 24th to May 30th. May 24th to May 30th. May 24th to May 30th. And the Most High Ashe. Sun, Moon, Rising. All right, 5 cards. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so for May 24th to May 30th, here we have the crossroads. So needing to make a decision, being at a crossroads. The stars for hope, ambition, good luck. The moon for... the anchor. The anchor. Sorry, also like feeling into the cards and seeing the cards at the same time. The anchor for transitions, temporary adjustments. The sheath for discipline, cutting things out, separation. Here we have the whip card for disagreements and conflict. Okay, so crossroads, stars, and anchor. Okay, so I feel like for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, there is something that you're hoping to see happen. There's something that you've been planning on doing, and you've been at a crossroads with how to start it. I feel like May 24th to May 30th, you're really thinking about how do you start, how do you plan, how do you obtain what it is that you really want, or you could be at the brink of obtaining something that you really want. And then with the anchor card, I'm feeling like you're anchoring. Okay, so you're gonna have to adjust before things begin. Right, like things, I feel like you're going to make a positive decision. Positive meaning things are increasing, so you're obtaining something that you want, and then there's a waiting period. And with the sheath, once the waiting period is over, or actually even during the waiting period, you could have to separate from certain things or become more disciplined, kind of keeping to yourself, cutting off time spent on certain things. And that could lead to some conflicts with a whip. I think whips are conflicts with people, and so especially within the home. I'm sorry, I just pulled another card just to clarify, and this is like the overarching theme is the house. So in the home itself, you're gonna have to be mindful of conflicts. And with the crossroads being at a crossroads, I wonder, are you moving? Is something shifting in the home? If it's not the home, like literal the house, it could be a place of stability or security that you often are in. So maybe work, right? But it's saying there's news about it over May 24th to May 30th, okay? So that is Cancer. Now we're moving on to Leo, number 5. Okay, so calling on the ancestors and spirit guides of Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for May 24th to May 30th. May 24th to May 30th. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, name of the Most High, Ashe. All right, 5 cards. Okay, so here we have the Rider. The Rider represents returning to the past because it faces the left in this deck, and it also represents things happening quickly, resolutions. Here we have the Ship for movement and travel. We have the Clouds for uncertainty, going into the unknown, worry. The Man card for someone of a darker complexion or a darker hair. And we have the Bear card. So the Bear represents something major happening, major experience. Man with temper. Men with temper. This is not the first time this came up in this video. Okay, so if you are a man, a male Leo, this would apply to you. If you are a woman, this is about a man in your life, okay? So with the Rider, the Ship in the clouds, okay. So there's something that needs to be resolved. If you are a woman, it needs to be resolved with a man who lives far away or often travels, or you often travel with them. The Rider is saying there's a returning of, okay. Returning of something from the past, returning of a man from the past. If you're a woman, if you are a man, this could be talking about returning to a past location, a past place. There could be a woman there, but it seems to be more about the travel, the movement to someplace far, and worry about that. If you're a man, if you're a woman, you could have had some thoughts recently, or you'll definitely be thinking about it over the next week, of this man returning, and they could very well return some type of resolution to any worry or conflict with this man. With the Bear card, this could be a very major experience for a woman, and for a man, it could also be very major as well. And this could be in relation to love, but also it could be in relation to someone that you've had a disagreement with in the past, and maybe you haven't thought very well about the disagreement, or you've thought about it recently, and because you're also thinking about it, it's like circling back around, and or you could be having like very resolving thoughts about that connection. Okay, so that is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Next, number 6 is Virgo. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Virgo. Serve the highest good for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising from May 24th, 2020 to May 30th, 2020. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Your 5 cards, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So unlike the other spreads, Virgo, the last card for you is the woman. So this is the woman with light hair or light complexion. Because we're only doing 5 cards, whether or not you have dark hair or a darker complexion, the woman card would represent you in this line. Okay, so here with the Anchor, the Whip, and the Fish card. Okay. You could be waiting to discuss something about money, some uncertain money, or it could be career, it could be work, right, with the Fish card. Some uncertainty about money here. And you're having some sort of disagreement. So I don't know if Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, male or female, if you've been in some sort of verbal disagreement, or you're anticipating some sort of job opportunity, or you had anticipated, and there's some sort of conflict that's coming up, and it seems like you're navigating this like the fox. Okay, so one, the person that you're dealing with is the fox, but you're also somewhat emotionally attached to a fox. So this could be about a personal matter, some sort of personal matter about money, and you're waiting to discuss this, and there's going to be some conflict about it. This could be a lover, and I say personal because in the spread, the fox and the woman card are so close to each other that for a woman, this would be you. For a man, this would be you, right? So because they're right next to each other, this is either about like some sort of love relationship or connection in some way, right? So with the fox and the lady, I do feel like you have to be a little bit more strategic to get through the disagreements, to get through the conflicts, right? If you're the woman, you're dealing with someone who's very fox-like, so they're going to be somewhat like matter-of-factly. They're not going to be very emotional in the dialogue around this, even though there is a disagreement, and it might be difficult to get that person to open up. If you are a man, that is you, right? So you're trying to be very strategic and just be very concrete about this money deal or this money situation, especially because it is personal, right? The overarching theme is the Moon card. So there's a bit of uncertainty here. No clear advice when the Moon card shows up in that overarching theme. There's no clear advice because it seems like it's about the way in which things are communicated and what is the intention of the communication, right? Okay, so that was Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we clear out for Libra. Libra is sign number 7. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ancestors and spirit guides. And serve the highest good of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising from May 24th, 2020 to May 30th, 2020. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Ooh. Almost dropped the card. Okay, draw 5 cards. Okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. In this line, we have the Clover card. Clover represents spontaneity, good fortune, right? It represents luck. Here we have the Garden card. The Garden card represents a social scene, a group of people. The bouquet represents abundance of beautiful things, abundance of options. The key represents a new beginning. And the mice represents irritations, annoyances, and compromises. Okay. So, Libra, sun, moon, and rising. The clover, garden, and bouquet. Okay, Libras. There's some sort of spontaneous, good luck, lucky occurrence, blessing that comes out of a group of people. Or also, right, this group of people plans something spontaneous, or something actually, you can't plan something spontaneous. Something spontaneous comes from this group of people, right? So this could be some sort of invitation, or I would just say opportunity, right? So this is an opportunity amongst a group, a niche of people, and there are many different people that you get along with. There's also something here about the opportunities that can stem from one opportunity. This can also look like doing something spontaneous for a group of people or a community or a niche, and as a result, you have planted seeds in the garden, right? So let's look at the two cards. We have the garden and then we have the bouquet. So you planted your seeds in the garden and now you're flowering. You're picking the flowers, right? So you're picking the flowers of your community, right? The abundance that comes from that. And there is some new beginning that you have to compromise on. I wonder, it seems like you're going to be offered something. There's something, it may not be so tangible, but you're definitely unlocking a new door within how you relate to people. Yeah, it's unlocking a new door from the blessings of the community. As a result of the community impacting your life, you're unlocking a new door, and there's going to be some compromises that you have to do in order to make room for the new door. Here, the overarching card is the Whip card. So I wonder if this is about a location within the community, or it is about where, it's like, where does the community function? With the whips, how that might happen, the functioning of the community and like a specific location within it, or specific locations, there's going to need to be some compromises, so some agreements with the community. Coming to an agreement might lead to some differences of opinion, okay? So that is for Libra, sun, moon, and rising for May 24th to May 30th. So we're going to move on to number 8. Number 8 is Scorpio. So Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Ancestors and spirit guides of Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising, Scorpio. Sun, moon, and rising, Scorpio. Sun, moon, and rising, Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. Okay. So Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Your cards for May 24th to May 30th is the clouds. The clouds represent uncertainty, worry, or thinking, circulating thoughts. The bear represents something major happening, a major experience. The crossroads represents being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision. The sun represents success and happiness. It also represents a time period. And then we have the coffin for endings and transitions. Okay. So, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, Scorpios seem to be on the brink of a major change or really thinking about a major change in their life. They're on the verge of making a decision that can change their life. It feels like the bear. The bear sometimes, okay, so here I did an overarching card. We have the letter. So when the letter shows up as an overarching card, there could be something legal involved, right? Because it's the letter and the bear in the same spread. So there could be something that you're thinking about in terms of a legal level or something of that magnitude. And you need to make a decision. With the sun and the coffin ending the line, I do feel like this is about a happy conclusion. You need to make a decision in order to have a happy conclusion, a happy ending, or for the ending to be happy, or maybe you're actually really happy about it ending. But I think also the decision that you're making is, or the decisions that you will make, really are about having happiness, and it's for the happiness that you would feel with having this ending for yourself. Okay, all right, so that is Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, so we are going to move on to number 9. Number nine. Ooh, is that Sagittarius? It is Sagittarius, number 9, the 9th house. Okay, so for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Sun, moon, and rising. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. Sagittarius, ancestors and spirit guides that serve the highest good of Sagittarius. May 24th. Okay, cards popping out. May 24, 2020 to May 30th, 2020. Please do this in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. 5 card spread, May 24th to May 30th. All right. Okay. I'm gonna get some water. Okay, first card, we have the house card. So the house card represents a place of stability and security. It can also represent the concept of stability and security. It can represent your home. It can represent a place of work, or a place that you would frequently be in, consistently be in. Here we have the woman. So this is a woman with dark hair or a darker complexion. Here we have the dog card. So the dog card represents someone loyal, reliable, trustworthy. We have the woman with light hair or light complexion. And we have the book card. So the book card represents learning, research, education, and training. Okay. So with the house, the woman, and the dog card, I feel like this is about 2 women in a home. So if you are a woman, you identify as a woman, this is about you and someone who, it's like, pick your side. Are you the woman with the darker hair or the darker complexion, or the woman with the lighter hair or the lighter complexion, right? In between it is the dog, right? So between the 2 of you, you can, one, be faced with a friendship inside of a home, or maybe you 2 have been seeing, or you've been spending time with this one friend inside of a home. Now, if you are a man, this is about, okay, you would be represented by the dog, and you have a woman in your past who you live with, and a woman who is recent or coming up, who you're very close to. You're emotionally attached to both, okay? That doesn't have to be romantic for men, but it would be a woman that you live with, and a woman who might be newer in your life, who you have an emotional bond with, attachment to. Okay, so for women, I'm just gonna circle back. This line is saying that your friendship is going through, I wonder if it's a testing time, or you're getting into something together. Are you training together? Are you reading together? Finding out more about your friendship, especially as a means of spiritual growth or personal growth. Now, if you are a man, the feeling that you get between the two women, they probably feel like night and day. The one in your home, okay, the one in your home you've known the longest. It seems like the woman related to attachment, a newer or recent attachment, is also connected to education, books, and training. She could be very like well read or well learned, or she's opening up a door for you, particularly a door of like just finding out more information. She could be teaching you something. She could be teaching you something about yourself. She could be teaching you something about love, but you definitely feel expanded and loved, right? So I couldn't help but look at the cards underneath. Yeah. Learning a lot about the energy of Venus for men, right? This feels like an archetype. So something is going on within a male, if you are a male. Something is going on within you that represents a pull between two animas or two female parts within yourself. If you are a woman, that would represent your relationship with yourself and what is being mirrored in your friendship or connection with this other woman. All right. That was Sagittarius. Number 10, Capricorn. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising between May 24th and May 30th, 2020. What are your ancestors and spirit guides that serve your highest good have to say? Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. Okay, 5-card spread. All right, so Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. We have the ship card. So the ship card represents movement and travel. The fish card represents money. For Capricorns, yeah. The letter card represents a letter of significance, text message, email exchange. The woman card represents you, if you are a woman. If you are a man, it represents a woman in your life, a significant woman. And here we have a child card. So a child represents your child, children. It can also represent purity, fun, and your inner child. Okay, so ship, fish, and letter. I wonder if you're expected to move or you're expected to travel during this week. You could be paying money to travel, or you could be getting money as a result of traveling. There's something here about maybe it's a work thing, like you have to travel or go to work, like actually travel after getting some sort of letter. I wonder if this letter is to go to work, or if it's about money, or it's about some sort of money deal. You have to travel this week for this money deal. So that could be a job. It also can be a closure on a business deal. With the child card, the woman and the child card. So if you're a woman, your child or Well, first off, it feels more like having a child or pregnancy. We'll start there. So if you're a woman, your child, what you care for comes to mind as you're traveling because of this work or money deal. If you don't have children, this is saying that you get a sense of like freedom or just like exploration. It's kind of fun to travel, to go out, right? Especially if you don't have kids, but also if you do have kids, this is gonna give you that sense of freedom and fun too. And there's two different children in this deck. So this is the girl child. So this is specifically talking about the inner child if you are a woman, or a girl child if you have children. Okay. The overarching theme is the bouquet. I wonder if you're preparing for many beautiful opportunities or options. I'm sensing beautiful things, maybe obtainment of beautiful things or adornment, having many beautiful things, many beautiful options. And that is really being fueled this week by this trip, this business deal. It's either a call to go to work, call about work, some sort of money deal, purchase, something like that. That brings you what you seek with the bouquet. You just have to be mindful of your children. You're gonna be having some fun. All right, so that is Capricorn. Now we move on to sign number 11. So 11 is Aquarius. Number 11, Aquarius. Sun, moon, and rising, Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. Aquarius. Sun, moon, and rising from May 24th, 2020 to May 30th, 2020 for Aquarius. Sun, moon, and rising. Okay, 5 cards. All right. Okay, Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising, May 24th to May 30th. Here we have the bear card. So the bear represents something major happening, a major experience. The fox card represents someone cunning, charming, strategic, thought-focused. Could be business-minded. The snake card represents tension. It represents secrets, things hidden. The lilies represents authenticity and sincerity. And the woman card represents you if you are a woman, but it also can represent a significant woman to a man. Significant in any way, meaning that she's a significant part of the situation, but she's also of mature character or mind. Okay, so bear, fox, and snake. If you are a man, the fox represents you. You are being strategic right now about a situation that could be in the dark. There's a lot of uncertainty or unexpressed issues with this woman. If you are a man, before the fox is the bear, something major happened. The bear can also represent temper. There could have been an issue of temper with this woman, but also something recently significant happened. The fox and the woman card are close to each other. So if you are a man, this could be someone that you could be attaching to. You do have some sort of secret or something hidden in the dark. Sometimes the snake could represent a third party, someone hidden on your end. And then here we have the lilies for authenticity, and the woman for the woman that you're connected to. So there's one woman that you may not be all that attracted to, and there's another woman who you really are attracted to. You feel a sense of authentic connection to, or it could be that you have some secrets from this woman that you have this authentic connection to. Now, if you are a woman, you're still dealing with this dynamic with the fox. There could have been some issue with major tension with someone who's very fox-like, thought-oriented, someone who is a little bit strategic. It's hard to get emotional with that person, and that person has secrets, so it makes sense that you had some sort of major experience with this person, because the fox is a holder of secrets and tension, right? There are things that are unsaid. They're not all about fidelity, or it doesn't even have to be a relationship. It's not always about one other person coming into the scenario. It could also be about unsaid tension or unspoken tension or disagreement. And with the Lilies card, I mean, I feel like with the woman, you do feel a sense of authenticity to the connection. So you're not really quick to cut off the connection. Here, the overarching card is a child. So Aquarius woman, it seems that you are trying to have as much fun or freedom in this situation as possible. You could also, just saying, Aquarius woman, you could also be pregnant, or this could be about a child. For a man, this could be also about your inner child, meaning you want to have fun in this situation. But that's also for both man and woman. You want to have fun. But for a man, it's more likely that you should use protection if you don't have children and you don't want to. And also for a man, it's more likely that you could be dealing with this woman who maybe there's some situation going on with the child with this Aquarius man. So it's possible that there is a connection to maybe a secret and a woman and a child, another woman and a child, and there's a separate woman. It's possible. It's giving out some possibilities there, Aquarius. Okay, so that is Aquarius. And we move on to number 12. Last but not least, Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Sun, moon, and rising. Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. Calling on the ancestors and spirit guides of Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. For May 24th, 2020 to May 30th, 2020. For Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. 5-card spread, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. Okay. All right, Pisces, here we have the stars card. So the stars represents hope, desires, ambitions. The bear represents something major happening. The snake represents tension and secrets. The fox card represents someone of a fox-like character. So this is someone who can be strategic, logical, or very thought-focused. And here we have the lilies card for authenticity and sincerity. Okay, Pisces, because there are no people that show up in this spread, the fox card represents you. Actually, all the animal cards represent you, but mainly the fox. Okay, so the stars, the bear, and the snake card. So I feel like you are on the brink of moving to a very major goal. There's something that you've been hoping for, something that you've been planning and envisioning, thinking and looking up to the stars. And with the bear card, it would be very major to have this, or it's major just to even experience the beginning of it or move towards it. I do feel like you have to be somewhat, I don't know if it's secretive right now, or you're kind of holding things in or suppressing things right now. There might be some tension around you and you're trying to navigate that like the fox. So being somewhat strategic about how you manage the tension or the secrecy around you. Ultimately, with The Fox, you feel, so if you get the inkling to be less emotionally attached to the situation, that is genuine and your authentic truth, right? So like whatever gets you strategic, charming, and graceful, keeping some thoughts to yourself, especially with the snake, some privacy, because there is a little bit of jealousy around you. That is a-okay with these lilies, right? That feels authentic, that feels sincere. And the overarching card for Pisces is the Child card. So with the Child card, I am sensing that this is about your inner child and having your freedom and having things your way, having things that you want and the way that you want, okay? So that is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So that is the Zodiac Lenormand Tarot reading for May 24th to May 30th. Until next time, bye.